Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today it's my review on Assassin's Creed Unity. So before I start this video, I just want to say please leave a like, subscribe, and help me reach to 100 subscribers. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So this game is definitely a different game. Well, not a different game. Obviously it's a different game, but I mean, like, compared to all the other Assassin's Creed games, this game completely changes the controls in some way, the mechanics and stuff, such as combat, parkour. It kind of changes it a little bit and gives a little bit more freedom, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not 100% used to it, but you know, it'll do. So in the story, the modern day, there's really no point in talking about the modern day in this game, since there's literally nothing significant that happens in the modern day in this game. I'm not gonna lie. We're just trying to find a sage, apparently an old sage that kind of goes to nowhere. And that sage is the main bad guy of the game, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We don't track the new sage down or whatever. It's just bang. But in the past time, we begin where we left off in Assassin's Creed Rogue, in a different POV by Arno Dorian, who witnesses his father getting murdered. His father, Charles, gets murdered by Sheikh Cormac, who's the main character of Assassin's Creed Rogue, and we actually kill Charles in the end of Assassin's Creed Rogue, meaning that Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed Unity are all basically connected, kinda. All the Assassin's Creed games are connected, but these two are, these four are like timeline connected, you know, event connected. And yeah, a few years later, Arno gets arrested for false accusations for the murder of Francois de la Serre, I think his name was called, or his name was. I'm sorry. After that, while in jail, Arno meets Pierre Belec, who is an assassin, which in the jail, Pierre tells Arno that he is an assassin and that his dad was also an assassin. And yeah, later they escape jail. Arno ends up becoming an assassin later on by finding their bureau. And in this game, the assassins are more like of a cult in this game. They're not really a little assassin like organization. They're more like of a cult in this game. And yeah, Arno then ends up starting to do his kills, and then finds out that Elise, his love interest, is a Templar, starting off a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet kind of story where, you know, they can't like each other because one's with a different group, you know. So yeah, that sparks up that. While doing that, Arno ends up killing Latouche, which ends up making he shouldn't have done that, because then he got kicked out of the Brotherhood. So he's no longer in the Brotherhood and became a low life drinking. And yeah, Elise comes out of nowhere, you know, telling Arno like, hey, you know, we gotta finish Germain off. So we do that. We finish Germain off, but before we can even finish him off, he kills Elise with the Sword of Eden. And then Arnold takes his body and buries her. And then a few years later, him and Napoleon, find Germain's skeleton remains. And he does not really, you know, I don't know what he does with it. He just looks at it and boom. Or we do see that he put it in a stash full of other skulls, his skull and a stash of other skulls, but we don't know why, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the game. So I'd have to rate the story a 7 out of 10 because honestly, I really didn't know where the story was going. I'm not gonna lie. I really love the part where you play in World War One. I mean World War Two. I think. I don't know. It's one of those two. That was really fun, and also the hot air balloon chase. That was so fun, and I like how in this game you get the freedom of like taking on the assassinations. I get that it's supposed to be like that's how the game is supposed to be, and I get that I raged on it, but I really did enjoy the way how they did that. And yeah, mechanics, you know, I like this game changed the whole mechanic. Like, the combat honestly isn't really bad. I really do love the combat in this game. So with the stealth, they upgraded the stealth a lot. I mean, I can like disguise myself into anything. Range was honestly kind of underutilized in this game, but it's probably because I don't really use ranged weapons in Assassin's Creed. The stealth was also really fun, you know. I like how you have to actually unlock skills in this game, which kind of, you know, gets on, like, kind of like takes it from Black Flag where you actually have to grind for your stuff. And yeah, I think from Black Flag and over, you actually have to grind for stuff. So, yeah. Then the parkour. Not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of the parkour in this game. I hear people talking all the time that they actually really do love the parkour in this game. It just takes a lot to learn and like a lot to get used to. Cause I cannot ever like I mean I can't even get in through this window right here. But it is like it is really it does have some of the best animations in all of Assassin's Creed. So yeah. And then the mechanics. No, wait, no, the background. So this game came out the same day Rogue came out, and this game honestly outshined Rogue due to, you know, it being new gen, it having better graphics and stuff like that. But the problem with it is that when it came out, it was really buggy to the point where you can barely even play it. Obviously, Ubisoft patched it up, but there's still like specks of that bugginess that still remain to this day, and honestly I caught that sometimes on my gameplay and on my channel. So yeah, the mechanics I give them like a good 9 out of 10. The parkour could have been way better, but I do love the animations of the parkour and stuff. And then the background, I honestly love the fact that I was able to see the bugginess. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit of it. And honestly, sometimes the bugginess made the gameplay funny for me. So I'd have to give this the like background, you know, another 9 out of 10. You know, I'm not gonna rank my reviews out of the background. It's just, you know, my personal like imagination of the background of the game being made. So yeah. And overall, my overall for Assassin's Creed Unity, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's a 6 out of 10. I feel like it could have done way better than what it was. Maybe like a better story, maybe more involvement into Arno's life, because Arno was basically a clone of Ezio, since he was a very charming guy. He had the girl. He became an assassin, but still had motives of revenge, and not just for being an assassin. And yeah, he had revenge because someone very close to him got killed. And yeah, they could have done a different story, you know, they could have gone a way different direction. Maybe went with the same story, but added a little bit more to impact us with Arnold and his life. But you know, it's okay. Yeah, the game could have been way better too, like combat and parkour style, like wise. I only say combat because it just felt really copy and paste kinda. Like in Assassin's Creed 2 to I'll say Black Flag. It was really different, you know, you had all these weapons you can use. You can use the hidden blade to fight, you know. But in this game, it's kind of like use your sword, parry, use your sword, parry, use your sword, you know. But you know, I give this game a 6 out of 10. Really fun game. I really did enjoy it, and I hope that whatever comes next, because I've heard about the Assassin's Creed games that come along, that this series kind of starts to go downhill. I hope that the next games are really good, because I don't want to pull another Mafia 3. Let's just say that I don't want to pull another Mafia 3. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe, comment what's your review on Assassin's Creed Unity. Make sure to turn on post notifications. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. Make sure to send this with all your friends and family. And with that being said, I will see you all in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Peace out.